Are you gonna vote? I voted early. I voted early. One time. Mr. Democrat. One time. One time. Don't try to steal it. Love you, folks. God bless you. Yes, Roger.
How about that anthem? Huh? Yeah, got things going. You know, I want to introduce you to somebody that normally, you know, back of the stage people don't get introduced all that much, but we're really grateful to our bus drivers. They get us from place to place pretty safely and on time. And one of those, I just want to introduce you to Ray, the bus driver. Ray, where are you? Come on up here. This is Ray, the bus driver. How you doing, Ray?
Oh, great, great. So that side is Ohio? Yeah. This is West Virginia? Yeah. No feuding going on, right? Yeah. We're safe. Wow. So this is what an angry mob looks like. You're not going to throw anything at us, are you? All right, very good. Are you glad the Tea Party has come to Wheeling, West Virginia today? All right, well, we're glad to be here. You know, we've come a long way. If you've seen the buses out there, we've come a long way in the last week and a half. We still got a little piece to go. And, you know, I was standing behind one of the buses one day, and this guy comes up to me with one of those tone of faces, you know, angry. I think he had a D by his name. He said, "Who's paying for all this?" I said, "People like this right here." Oh, okay. Well, guess what? We've done our part to stimulate the economy already, because every time we pull into the service station, it's $500 per bus to fill those things up. What we're going to ask you today is, you can't go with us, but we can take your voice with us around America. We're going to come through the crowd and ask you to do whatever you can do to help us with a donation today. Appreciate it very much. Now, because you are an angry mob, we're going to do this orderly. I'm going to start right here and just work my way through the crowd. How's that? All right.
Ray, the bus driver. Thank you, Ray. $500? I thought I had problems at the gas station. $500? Let's think about that for a minute. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I want to, we have some tremendous speakers coming up, and I really appreciate your attention today. It hasn't gotten too cold out here. It was cold in Michigan, though. I think it's always cold there, isn't it? Yeah. Sure, this time of year. Wow. I'm from San Diego. I got thin blood. Can't handle that stuff. All right, now look, from Grassfire and ResistNet, National Director Darla Daywall. Darla, where are you? Come on up here.
That's all I get. Sarah Palin got more than that. Come on! Jeez! Okay, you guys are awesome. You know that? I'll tell you what, Sarah Palin's a lot prettier too. She looked great. Didn't she look great? Yeah. I'll tell you what I have in common with her though. We are both Mama Grizzlies. Are any of you Mama Grizzlies? Do we have any Papa Grizzlies? Oh, come on. Papa Grizzlies. All right, so how many of you are just conservative Grizzlies who love your country? So that's pretty much all of you. Listen, we started ResistNet.com in December of 2008. Grassfire felt that it was time, based on what was happening in our country, that it was time that they took their influence and their base of members of 1.5 million and tried to find a way for them to connect with one another. How important is it for us all to connect with each other in this movement? Very, very important. So we've worked really hard for the last almost 2 years now to provide a social networking environment that helps you to connect with people in your state, in your district, and within your community. But something else has happened over these last 2 years that we have found to be very important too, and that is working with all of you to provide or to gather and obtain very important information that you need to be aware of. Because I don't know if you've noticed, but our mainstream media, or as some people like to call it, our lamestream media, they don't know what truth in reporting means anymore. Have you guys noticed that? So what they do is they spin these little tales of lies and manipulation because they want to control all of us. Are they controlling us? No. But you know what is so wonderful is we have the internet and the social networking sites today, the Facebook and the Twitter and the RaeseNet.com and groups like that, so that we can actually turn out our own information, keep ourselves informed, and we really don't need them, do we? We don't. And so what I have found is that you are the new media. You are. You're journalists. You are taking information and spreading it. You're reporters. You're doing all of that work that they've been doing, but guess what? You're spreading truth in reporting. The truth. Now, I don't know about you, but I think that's pretty important in order for us to grow our movement. And we have to share as much information as we can and keep people informed, because that is, information is power. Information is what's going to continue to bring more people to our side of understanding and hopefully stop drinking the Kool-Aid. How many of you were drinking the Kool-Aid at some point? I know I did. A few of you are willing to admit it. Some of you are like, I'm not admitting. Okay, there's some hands there. Thank you very much. That's quite the man out there. All right, the rest of you, man up. Come on. How many of you drank Kool-Aid in the past? Yeah, see, there are a few more hands that went up. But what we're doing right now is well, let me just put it like this. For the last few years, I know I've run into some of my members from RaeseNet here. Some of you maybe have never been there before, but what we've been doing for the last 2 years is we've been visiting our elected officials. So, okay, let me just do it like this. How many of you in the last few years have either called, faxed, emailed, or visited your local officials or your congressional officials? Very good. How many of you have gone to tea parties? Well, you're all here, so I think that all qualifies. How many of you have gone to like a march on D.C.? Wow, a lot of you. Big difference between the West Coast and the East on that one, yeah. How many of you started like a Tea Party group or any kind of a 912 or any kind of a group like that? Perfect. How many of you showed up and voted in your primary election this year? Awesome. How many of you have already early voted for this year? Wonderful. And how many of you are going to show up on November 2nd and take our